I have an English walnut tree in my front yard. Still has some nuts up there at the top that haven't fallen down. I've already collected boxes full of walnuts from my 4 walnut trees, but I just shook the tree and I've got some on the ground here. They come down and the holes are pretty well dried out, and just pop those right off of there. And I've got a ton I've collected when I thought I was done collecting them for the season. I could literally shake that tree and get a lot more. And the dog found one. She's over there crunching away on one. And I've got, of course, lots of helpers over here watching what I'm doing. So anyway, just harvesting some English walnuts at the end of the season. Okay, I got my bowl full of walnuts. I can't really carry any more of those for now. So now I'm going to go out to the field, the cornfield, and see if there's any corn that the farmer left behind from his harvest. So there's a cornfield here on our property that we rent to a farmer, and he's already harvested for the year, so I'm not taking anything from him. But there's a lot of this kind of stuff left behind, and I will go toss this into my chicken coop and feed it to my chickens. Some of it's just laying out like that and easy to find, but others I just go around and step on and feel if there's an ear in there, and sometimes there is, like that one there. There's a full ear of corn still in here that's just going to go to waste, and so I'm going to pick that up to give to my chickens. And I'll fill this bucket up probably. I've already done it a few times. Okay, that took me less than 5 minutes, and I only was in a small patch of the field, so barely put a dent in it, and the bucket was getting too heavy, so I want to call that full enough for now. And I want to toss this out to my chickens so they can have a little treat, help reduce the food cost a little bit. Okay. Ugh. Can't get my wax open. Okay, here we go. We have an extra gate here because when we have to be gone from the house for very long, we use one side. There you go, girls and boys. For a dog run, and she can get inside and has a nice little home inside there that she can come in and out and go to the bathroom when she wants to, but it's safe because it's fenced in. And we keep her off this chicken side so that, you know, they don't terrorize her and she doesn't terrorize them. Something else I should probably note about this chicken run, you can see it's all dirt over here and there's grass over here because I only let them over here occasionally to eat down some of the grass, and they tear that up in a hurry. But obviously it's fenced in all the way around. It also has chicken wire netting across the top to keep predators out. And what you can't see under the, well, this, we've got concrete over here to keep just some old pavers that we put in the ground to keep the dog from digging under to the chickens. But over on that side, on the bottom edge, there is the hardwire cloth that we used for the fencing. Goes down about and turns out about 2 feet outward away from the fence, and is then covered with gravel and now dirt and leaves and weeds and stuff, but basically to keep predators from digging under. And we've never had anything in like 10 years ever since we built this get in here and get one of our chickens, other than the dog when we left the door open on accident, and that was a different dog. Again, just so you can see it, this is the hardware cloth I was talking about that we used for fencing on the outside, and it goes down and actually turns underneath here all the way around. Like I said, about 2 feet. We covered it with gravel, which is covered by dirt and grass and stuff now, but there's a layer of gravel under there. You can kind of see it there. And then just things have built up on top of that over time, but nothing has ever successfully dug under there and gotten to the chickens. So it's a good technique. So I also have a couple English walnut trees back here in the backyard. They're not as productive as the ones in the front yard for some reason. I probably need to prune them back a little, and those pine trees are starting to get pretty big, so they might get a little extra shade in the evenings. But there's still some of these hanging on too. So I want to shake this tree and see if I can get some of these down so I can grab these nuts as well. May as well while we're here. There's probably some on the ground too I haven't picked up yet. Haven't been back here in a couple weeks. So I'm gonna do that, shake the trees and knock some of these nuts down. One thing about picking up walnuts and finding them is they can be hard to spot on the ground, but I promise you, if you're walking around on your hands and knees, your knees will find them when they land on them. I've found more walnuts that way than probably with my eyes. Creeping around under the trees and my knee going over one of them, or the palm of my hand, because it hurts. One of the chores that I do this time of year is picking up sticks in the yard. It's kind of a double duty thing. It's getting cold out, so we got a wood burner in the house, and I can use these for tinder and kindling, and so I'll pick them up and stack them up there by our wood pile so that we can get fires started easily. And sometimes I get some extra help. Well, here's my little bucket I keep next to the wood stack. It's kind of dwindling. We've been kind of using up the older wood here. We can restock it with stuff we have out in the barns that's dry, but this is right outside our window, and there's a bin, a box inside that window where we can just drop the wood into for our wood burner, which is of course right here where the chimney is. And so that makes it a little easier. Once we get forecast for some snow or something, and I think we might need it, I'll probably move that bucket inside, make sure the box inside is stocked up, and we'll be ready to go so we don't have to clear snow.